Your next crisis. We all know that life has trials and tribulations. It also has happiness and joy. It's kind of a mixture. And as they say, most people are pretty much about as happy as they decide to be. So, and life largely is a reflection of our mindset, our consciousness. Like, as we view the world, that's kind of, what we receive. So, what I've seen happen sometimes, generally speaking, is that sometimes people, in my opinion, get complacent because they've handled different crises, so they're like, oh, I can handle whatever comes my way. And they get sometimes a little bit cavalier, maybe like indifferent to the pain and suffering of other people because they're like, hey, I got this. That expression, I got this. So they don't feel like they're vulnerable. We're all vulnerable in life. I mean, first we're vulnerable because we can't keep ourselves alive, indefinitely, maybe someday. But, no matter what we do, we're all at this point seem to be mortal. And there's a lot of things that happen to us in life that are kind of like precursors, like little deaths, like loss of a relationship, loss of, a loved one or whatever. So these are difficult things, but, your next crisis is not going to be your last crisis. Like another famous saying that applies to that is, what got you here isn't going to get you there. See, adaptability, flexibility. Darwin says that. It's not the most, people think it's survival of the fittest, like physically strong or intelligently strong, mentally strong. It's not physical strength, it's not mental strength, it's adaptability. The dinosaurs were huge, and I think they were actually fairly intelligent, some of them. But too much stress in too little time. Apparently, in addition to the meteor, I believe there were some other stressors. I don't know what they were, but if there's too much stress in too little time, people start to decompress, decompensate, go backwards because we have defenses and we have coping mechanisms, but they can handle a certain amount. And it's kind of like water over a dam. A dam will hold water until it can't. Then it'll start to spring leaks. And then after that, at some point, it'll just totally collapse because the pressure is too much. So your next crisis is not your last crisis. And if you want, have more compassion sometimes for other people, because if you go through life with the I got this mentality, you're kind of like setting yourself up. Like if you're humble, like they say, expect the best, but prepare for the worst. So if you take that mentality, then it implies humility, because it's kind of like, I realize that we're all vulnerable. People that feel like, misfortune happens to other people but doesn't happen to me, that's a recipe for disaster.